TJ, spot on, spot off.
God.
All 4 Junior Motorsports drivers found themselves in contention in the closing laps of the Xfinity Series race, with only one of them finishing in the top 10, and that was Justin Allgaier, who finished 3rd. What you think?
Y'all that up.
I mean, bad.
Oh,
Like real bad.
Real bad.
I don't know who's in charge of that, but ooh.
that's why I asked
What
TJ.
should I say? I don't know. I mean,
Is that? I'm trying to figure out if that's a JR on his head or a JA because he's such a big Allgaier fan this week.
so well, I was gonna ask you if you want me. Should I say thanks, Justin?
Thanks, Justin.
That I'm spot off. There's zero reason why JRM cars shouldn't have won that race and been for the top 6 or 7 cars no matter what with a win. So that is a dream scenario to have at the end of the race. Even if you're 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th everybody's in line. Nobody can make a move, and you have 4 strong cars right there. The 21's a sitting duck.
The 21 was a sitting duck for 20 laps and won the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there was a plan to run. There was a plan.
Some people weren't on it.
Well,
What's the plan? Please share the plan.
Tell
with
us.
us.
Wi-Fi was broke on the 7 box.
Look, I mean, we were told that we're going with you on the last lap when you make your move that way, and we're gonna bring as many as if somebody were to make a move like behind us,
2 or 3 can get down and block it.
we can adjust accordingly. But nobody was moving yet. We started racing each other before anyone else started racing, and that's how you lose a race. And we had a plan that when we made our move, the 7 was going to go with us and push us by, and we would pull him, and then we would race for the win and pull the other guys with us, and we're all 4 basically racing for a win. And that was, we're not going to move. At that point, why would you move to the last lap, right? You're basically in control. Now, if other teams move, we adjust to that. If the 19 and 20 start making a move, yeah, we get 3 of us down, maybe 4 of us. If they have to adjust to them, no problem. But coming through the dog leg there, I'm in line with you inside the 7. Like, oh, okay. So we're racing with 2 to go now. And from that point on, the gloves are off for everybody. You just went from having 4 cars, teammates lined up to basically everybody's for themselves right now. The whole team thing is out of the picture. In my opinion, that's how it goes. I mean, we're running 2nd. We specifically ran multiple 3 or 4 pit road entries in practice to learn our point where we could go the deepest to and get a good pit road if we had to pit under green, because that's where some of these things are won. That's how you get your track position, right? So Logano won his duel. You learn where you can go, and Justin hit pit road, and we knew our mark was way past him, so Josh just goes around the outside of him. Nope. Clears him before the line. Is there an issue with that, you think?
No.
So, because we worked on it. And we get control of that deal, and I thought we were in a good position to finish 1st through 3rd. I thought we had a good shot at a win, but I knew we were probably going to finish top 3 and have a good run. But that just got thrown out the window, and then we get a run down the back. And at that point, you're racing. If you're coming back to the white flag, and you got a huge run down the back and you're 4th, are you taking it?
Take it.
I'm taking it.
Every
and
time.
Josh moved, and I don't know why Brandon moved. Brandon moved a little bit to block it, and we hooked him down to inside, and then there goes one car, and then we flip another one over. We run out of gas because we were only good for the.
So what's his debrief look like?
Good question. I don't know. I'm not going.
You could obviously everybody wants to win the race at
Of
Daytona,
course.
So Josh is doing what he needs to do because the 20, we said, the 21's a sitting duck for the entire time he's leading there. That whole single file line, the 21's out front, and he's essentially
We made him look
screwed.
like a genius.
Yeah. So then,
I mean, he's a great player.
and we had lost the draft. We got tangled up with getting side drafted by a slower car at the back, and we ended up losing the draft. And I told Chandler, I'm like, I'm on channel 2. Like, we're probably screwed here. Like, nobody's gonna go anywhere to the last lap because why would they? And then as soon as the 7 pulled out on 2 to go, I'm like, we got a shot because they're gonna get racy. I said we just need them to wreck before they get to 3, and then they end up. But like, all they had to do at any point was
I know.
I know you do. But like, if he just accidentally, the 8 gets out of line accidentally, 4 cars are going by the 21 at least, and then he's scrambling to find the next car, whether it's the 5th guy, 6th guy in line, whoever it is, to push him back up to them. But by then, you guys are all probably clear. So it's just.
Did you see Austin move? So right before 2 or 3 last 4, he started doing this. I was like, Josh, don't get baited anything here.
He started moving down.
This guy's going to try to bait you into something to get you guys racing. Don't move. Just stay in that top lane. He kept swerving all around. Josh followed him a little bit, but then he just let him do it. But Austin's really smart because he was trying to get – it almost worked.
It did work. He won the race.
Well,
Pretty sure something worked.
well, those moves didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee when he saw us racing in a mirror, he was like,
it's just, it's just like if that happened with colleague racing and me and Brett were spotting, we'd be getting our asses chewed out because – like every time, that's all. Like make sure we win. That's all that matters. Like it don't matter. I don't care which one of you win, but make sure we win. And that deal there, they made sure that they didn't win. Essentially,
there was no we in any of that stuff.
You guys made sure, not you, but the guys behind you made sure that nobody won. And now instead of a trophy,
it caught me off guard because we're planning for the last lap here, and then also
that's the problem. That's the problem with having a plan is the other guys know you're playing too, so they can try to screw you. Like, and apparently you hope your teammates don't do that. But
that's fine. I was okay. I mean, if you're the last guy in line, you know you're kind of a sitting duck. Yeah. But if you have teammates in front of you,
well, that's the thing you get with a buffer. Like if you're running the top and you've got 4 cars in line. The last guy's kind of a sacrificial lamb, but if somebody goes, they might be able to jump him.
Say that again. But sacrificial.
Yeah. You don't know what that is?
That's just funny.
So, that one guy's probably screwed, but the next 3 can move down and block whatever run comes, and the 21 might be able to block with
that's
you.
Why you have numbers.
But that's why you got 4 cars in a row.
That's why you have numbers.
They bungled that about as bad as you could do it.
As a spotter, I hate getting caught off guard. Like, because it takes me a few seconds after that
what
to
the
be
hell
like,
just happened?
First thing I think is, what the is he doing? The second thing I think is, what do we need to do now?
I checked that box.
It always took me just a little bit of time to get my brain back together around, okay, the whole scenario I was painting, now we threw the picture out the window. I got to find another picture to paint.
Like, it happened to me in the Cup race yesterday. So we got up front there. We're pushing the 14 along and just trying to get or trying to get the 23 and the 19 clear of Denny so we can both get up in front of Denny.
Yeah.
So then we get the shove. We get a good shove. We both get clear. We pass it to 14. We're going on a backstretch, and Denny kind of runs the 19 through the back of us. And it's hard to tell depth on the back straightaway, obviously.
Right.
What are you saying about Denny?
Drove him right through the back. I'm saying, listen, bad shit happens when the 19, 11, and 23 get near each other. We punted Denny at L.A. Denny wrecks us yesterday. But it's hard to tell. Like, you get turned into the wall like that. So it looks to me like we're going down the backstretch, and Martin just yanks out, and I'm like, what's he doing? I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then Bubba's slow, and I'm like, okay, now I got to get. We're going to pit road, but same thing. Like, if something happens, you're like, because biggest thing that I think is the anticipation of plate races of what's going to happen.
Yes.
So you're looking kind of a couple laps ahead, and where these runs are coming from, and then all of a sudden that just all gets crumbled up and thrown out the window, and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds like you're turning on Denny a little bit here.
I asked you what you thought about Denny. You didn't follow back with
I didn't hear the word great.
I know.
It was payback from the Coliseum, I guess. I don't know. Of course he's great. Still got to get paid. I mean,